boys who would like a little revenge after their worst performance of the year against Richmond. It's time to pay them back.
Beautiful Richmond, Virginia, the home of the Richmond Spiders, who have won 5 out of their last 6. Xavier Musketeers come into the Robins Center, winning their last 2. This one should be a good one. Good evening, everyone. I'm Brad Johansson, along with my broadcast partner, Steve Wilk. Welcome to another broadcast of Xavier basketball, as Xavier is starting to put it together behind Lionel Chalmers.
When Lionel Chalmers shoots the basketball well and moves the ball in the half-court offense, this team can win. He's played excellent on both ends of the floor. In the UC and the Fordham game, Xavier wins both of those. Lionel has been dead-eye from behind the arc, and I'll tell you what, he's making solid decisions.
Interesting to say that you've got a supporting cast behind Lionel Chalmers, and Romain Sato would be considered as part of the supporting cast.
Sato's just settling in. He's taking what the defense gives him. He's knocking down the outside jump shot. He's squaring his shoulders, but he also has had double-doubles in the last 2 games. This guy's game's coming around.
And Justin Cage is putting in some minutes.
Justin Cage is a solidifying force for this basketball team. He does everything right in the offensive set, and he also can play solid defense.
Richmond is known for their defense, but they got a couple of seniors who can score as well.
Well, they have good scores, but they also have a good name, Dobbins. Dobbins, a great defensive player. Scrocky, a heck of an offensive player. This is a very, very big game for the Xavier Musketeers this evening.
Richmond trying to run the sweep tonight. Xavier trying to get back in the A-10 West hunt. We'll have the tip-off for you. Coming up from the Robins Center next. Xavier basketball on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by your local Dodge dealer. Grab life by the horns. By Kroger. Kroger yellow tags are lighting your way to save. Right store, right price. By your money friends at Franklin Savings, who proudly sponsor Xavier basketball. By Hyundai. And by Countrywide Home Loans. Call Tommy Mack at 859-GOT-LOAN. Inside the Robins Center, let's take a look at the starting lineups brought to you by the Joseph Auto Group. Take a look at Xavier first. Lionel Chalmers, we talked about how good he has been. Romain Sato, as you said, settling in. Justin Cage with another start to go along with Dolman. The freshmen are starting to get it done.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, it's nice to see 2 freshmen playing solid offense and defense.
Thad Matta in his 3rd season leading the Xavier Musketeers. Take a look at the Richmond starting lineup. We talked about Dobbins and Scrocky getting it done on the offensive end. Steenbridge in the middle. Jamal Scott and Patrick O'Malley, but they'll play a bunch of guys.
These guys are scrappers. They really play hard defense.
We talk about Jerry Wainwright, who was an assistant 84-85 under Bob Stack at the Xavier Musketeers. Take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your Greater Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky Toyota dealers.
Well, in the first meeting, Xavier did not get bat in transition, and they really didn't execute in the half-court set. Excellent defensive team here in Richmond. Xavier is going to have to really try to get things done in that half-court offense.
Myles. Steenbridge will jump it off. And Richmond will take the first possession.
Xavier uncharacteristically coming out in a 2-3 zone, trying to put a different face on their defensive half-court defense.
The matchup in the first one at Cintas Center started slow, but Richmond likes for a lot of teams to start slow. Scrocky for 3, way off. Ball comes loose, and here comes Chalmers. Dolman. Pull up and high off the rim, can't get the roll. Myles with the rebound and put back.
Well, it's a good sign. I said this afternoon, it'll be interesting if Xavier takes the ball inside or they shoot the 3. You see a good defensive play down here, but Justin Dolman taking the ball straight to the basket. Pump fake. Myles getting the offensive rebound.
Down low, Myles knocks it away. Here comes Sato.
You know, it looks like Richmond's a little bit tentative because not sure why Xavier came out in the 2-3 zone. Very characteristic for the Xavier Musketeers.
And Chalmers remains red hot from behind the arc. Xavier has a 5-0 lead.
Xavier very active in the half-court 2-3 defense. You know, with Justin Cage in there, really gives them a little bit more size at that guard position, helping them out from defensive end.
Dobbins comes up short. Chalmers on the run. To the hole and right through the hands of Justin Cage for Xavier's first turnover of the game.
But that is what the coaches want Lionel Chalmers to do. Penetrate as far as he can and then dish it out, trying to get some good ball movement.
So Richmond yet to score. Their specialty stopping Xavier on defense. Stopping everyone on defense. They are number 1 in the A-10 in scoring defense. 60 points a game.
Well, you know, in the first meeting, Xavier shot 21% from the field. So right now they're starting off a heck of a lot better than they did last meeting.
Way off our Richmond shooters already. Ball knocked loose. Dolman knocks a spider over the bench. Cage to Dolman in the middle and back to Cage. And Xavier is out in front 7-0 and already have surpassed their first 9 minutes in the Cintas Center against Richmond in their first meeting.
Xavier getting the ball out quick in transition. Dolman, a smart fundamental player, passes the ball up in transition. Xavier beats the defense down, gets a wide open shot by Justin Cage. You see Dolman hustling over there. He doesn't dribble to the middle. He just gets the ball out quick. A lot easier to get the ball out in the pass. Cage gets rid of it, and he gets it right back. Nice semi-fast break. Open jump shot.
And a nice semi-fast break when you got O'Malley sitting in the first row.
Well, and I'll tell you, it's good hustle. You look at Xavier shooting the ball better in this meeting, but they have better ball movement so far. And that's the one thing that Xavier has really done in the last 2 games. Good decisions, good ball movement.
They made just 2 field goals in the first 9 minutes at the Cintas Center. And hitting the glass now.
You talk about hitting the glass, you talk about executing right now. As far as the keys go, they're getting back in transition, but they're also executing and hitting that glass.
Dion Merritt, the freshman out of Jamaica, New York, already in at the point.
You watch Richmond, they have great ball movement on the perimeter, trying to look inside.
Play it off, can't get it to go, tip won't go. Rebound again, knocked away. Sato gets it to Dolman.
Totally different Xavier defensive team, not giving anything inside and playing hard around the basket.
Myles working on Eric Xavier. With the left hand, can't get the roll around and out. Merritt.
Xavier now in a man-to-man, switching defenses on the miss.
Sprocket working on Cage, and the foul will go against Justin.
Justin Cage has been a shining light for Xavier because he is so solid. You never see any emotion on his face, but he's a good defensive player, and he's got a big body where you lose with Diedrich Finn being about 6 foot. You get an extra 6 inches with Justin Cage, and that really helps you on the defensive end.
So Merritt out top with O'Malley, Scrocky, Reggie Brown in with Eric Xavier down low.
Xavier forcing Richmond to move the ball in the half-court offense. Xavier playing that zone again.
Scrocky lets it fly. Gets the roll. And Richmond is finally on the board, almost 4 minutes into the game.
It's important against Richmond not to create your own turnovers. As you see right there, you want to make sure you play good offense against this team that's so solid defensively, and don't create your own mistakes.
Second personal foul already on Cage.
Xavier sticking with that 2-3. What Richmond will try to do is get the ball in the middle, and let Scrocky also shoot that outside jump shot.
Xavier all over the glass, knocking it away from each other and finally coming up with it. They gave that foul to Anthony Myles, so both Cage and Myles with a foul already. Sato for 3. Too long. Scrocky the rebound.
Too quick of a shot. You want to make sure you take a little time off that shot clock. Get some ball movement. Still try to get the ball inside to Myles or Dolman.
Brown from the corner. High up for it. Anthony Myles along with Sato.
Well, it's one and done for the Richmond Spiders. Xavier going to that board awful hard.
open and one.
That was a great pick by Romain Sato, an excellent recognition by Justin Dolman. Sato set a back pick that really shook the Spider defender. Trying to get back there if they can go again, see if they can show a little bit earlier than that. It was a great back pick by Romain Sato.
Reggie Brown, the foul, senior out of Flushing, New York, and Myles will go to the line.
You know, it's one thing, Brad, to set a good pick, but when it's recognized, especially by a freshman, it shows that he's listening in practice. Nice pass and nice execution.
And Myles completes the three-point play. He's got 5 already to go. Stepping all over the Spiders in the early going, and maybe it's part of the lucky threes. Justin Cage with his 3rd straight start, and I guess you could play the lucky threes all the way along, Steve.
Well, I tell you, Chalmers it's definitely a lucky threes, but knocking down the jump shots. Sato doing what he's done best in the last couple games. But, you know, somebody that you haven't seen yet is Brandon Cole, who's been playing very well on the inside for the Musketeers. You look at the shooting percentage, it looks reversed from the first meeting. Xavier shooting 21%, 14%. Good defense, but got nice 2-3 defense for the Musketeers.
Absolutely. Romain Buckner now in the lineup for the Spiders.
Still going to try it. They're trying to get the ball inside.
Gaston Maliva, the turnaround, too long. Up high for the rebound. Back out front. Brown off the glass.
Well, that's amazing. Reggie Brown is even playing. He was in a car wreck a year ago, and they said he may never play basketball again. He was a leading scorer his sophomore year. Just struggling to find minutes with this Spider basketball team.
Cage in the corner. Works out of the double team. Dolman will take it to the rack. Myles the rebound.
That's a strong play by Dolman, but there you got the cleanup, man. Anthony Myles doing what he did best last year when he led the A-10 in offensive rebounds. But really, right now, Xavier's defense has been the key. They are not letting anything inside. There's a second shot by Reggie coming to the basket, but the Xavier Musketeers have done a good job shutting down Richmond Spiders.
Dobbins in the corner. Buckner for 3, way long. Off Sato's hand. Strachey puts it back up. That's too long. Long rebound out to Reggie Brown, and they will get another chance. Maliva. That's too long, and Sato will pull this one down.
That's the biggest problem with playing a zone. You have to find an area to box out. Xavier lucky on that one. Second shots didn't go for the Spiders.
Richmond now 2 of 10 from the floor.
Jerry Wainwright always gets solid offensive players, but he gets big, strong guys that know how to play inside defense. And right now, Anthony Myles is showing them the way, taking it right inside.
Great strong move from Myles, who already has 9 points to go along with 3 rebounds.
Well, it's always been the key, getting the ball inside. Anthony Myles catching the ball this time and taking it strong, playing a solid first half.
Inside, stripped away on the floor. This one, a timeout for the Xavier Musketeers. Nice job.
That is a different Xavier basketball team. All 3, 4, 5 guys getting on the floor. When that ball went in the middle of the 2-3 zone, everybody collapsed. Great defense by Xavier Musketeers.
Coming up tomorrow on Fox Sports Net, the Columbus Blue Jackets take on the Los Angeles Kings, 7 p.m. Action gets started with the Blue Jackets icebreaker, 6:30, followed by the face-off at 7. It is Blue Jackets Kings coming up tomorrow, 6:30, right here on Fox Sports Net. Take a look at Anthony Myles' numbers. Taking it strong and going to the glass on the defensive end as well.
Well, they're hustling. Xavier is winning the scrap points. The big knock on Xavier this year is a lot of times they don't get the hustle points. Well, this evening, in order to come out of here with a win, they're going to have to get on the floor, and they're doing that so far.
You kind of get the feeling that the Cincinnati game, the crosstown shootout, did something for this Xavier team. Certainly confidence-wise. On the floor, they give it up. Cage lost his footing, then lost the ball. Maliva gets the roll.
Like we said in the keys to the game, that still is transition. Xavier has a turnover. That's a point off turnover. Xavier has to get back and stop that break. Even though it's a semi-fast break, Xavier's got to stop it.
Gaston Maliba, the freshman out of Cameroon, and they threw it away again. Finn immediately upon entering the game tosses it away. Xavier's lead is 8. 11:52 to go in the first. Thad Mata will try and bring them back together. We'll be right back after this. Xavier shooting 60% from the floor as opposed to 19% in the first half last time. And Anthony Myles, he'll help out your shooting percentage when he goes down low.
Well, he's doing things like he uses his hand to push off a little bit on this. You know, get away with as much as you can. He also uses his lower body. Pushes out Scott, takes it strong to the basket. He's playing with a renewed enthusiasm. As you see him sitting out, they'll put Brandon Cole in for him, and it's real important that Brandon Cole can spell Anthony Myles, come in and do a good job defensively.
Well, he'd like to show off for his family here today, wouldn't he?
Yeah, about 14 family and friends here, and I'm thinking he's from Illinois. What's he doing here with all his family and friends? But he said his mother and their family is from Norfolk, Virginia. So Brandon running around the hotel getting out tickets today.
Xavier, as we said, shooting 60%. Richmond has held his last 4 opponents to shooting under 40%. Scrocky from deep.
Scrocky is one of the best shooters in the A-10. You cannot leave him open. They got 3 guys that can knock it down. You got Scrocky, who can do it from deep. You got Brown, and you got Dobbins. Xavier has to match to the jump shooter.
Scrocky with 5. The lead is 5.
Now that Richmond has made a run, Xavier has to make this a good possession. Try to get a shot off.
Cole from short has it blocked.
Richmond does a great job of dropping to the level of the ball and playing good defense.
Dobbins has it stripped by Finn. Dumps it to Cole. Off the glass. Too hard. Great rebound and put back by Justin Cage.
Great court sense by Justin Cage. Now he's coming opposite hand. That was left-handed, Brad. And used the glass. Very good body control. Now you got Justin Cage on the backside of the zone. So he played as a 2-guard. Now he's on the backside of the zone.
Again from deep. Cole going for the rebound. And they'll get Buckner on the foul.
You see Justin Cage, he's got such good body control. Nice take by Brandon Cole, but there's Cage following it in. Nobody checked him off. Nice left-handed tip stick back.
Dion Merritt back in for the Spiders. Cage will take a seat. Dolman back in for him. Chalmers on the floor as well. With Finn in the backcourt.
Sato's been a little bit quiet. Nice, like to see him post him up down low. He's got Scrocky guarding him. There you go.
Down low. Cole tried to force it and got it back.
Scrocky cannot take him on the low block. Xavier's got to get it in his hands and make something happen.
Chalmers in the paint. Dumps it back. 7 on the shot clock. Down low. Sato with 4. Up high. Got it blocked by Scrocky.
2 times down. Xavier not hitting the rim on their shots, but that was good ball movement. Playing against a great defensive team.
Maliba has it blocked and fouled.
In earlier games, Ball State, Mississippi State, Indiana, Xavier was not dropping down to the ball. You'll see right here, 3 guys finding the ball. You always have to know the ball is. Cole's got him on his back. You come over, Dolman helping out. And Dolman looks like he may be the guy that's developing into a shot blocker and down the road for the Musketeers.
He'll give Cole the foul. His first. 3rd team foul on Xavier.
Talking to Coach Wainwright this afternoon, he was talking about Maliba. He said he really had no preconceived notions when he came here, and just as a sponge, he had a tough childhood, lost both of his parents when he was 12, but the kid just listens and plays so hard.
6'7", 230 out of Cameroon. He'll take a seat after hitting both his free throws, and Xavier will come in for him.
It's nice talking to Coach Wainwright. He used to coach with Coach Bob Stack. His wife was our basketball secretary under Coach Stack, and just a super coach. And I love his coaching philosophies. His teams always play hard. Xavier now with a double high post, trying to set some picks and get the guys open.
Chalmers loses the handle a couple of times. Now sends it down low. We got a foul down low. We're going to get Xavier on this net.
Well, Xavier's playing on the back. What happens? Xavier's spreading it out. In good ball movement, you can spread it out. And Myles using his body. Myles always gets pretty good position there. And you see that Xavier's on his back. When you get Myles one-on-one in the post, you got to get in the basketball.
Xavier's had his own back problems. Turnaround Myles is an air ball. Kind of been day to day, so they were even wondering whether Xavier was even going to be back in, but he's putting in some minutes already in the first half.
Very inconsistent his play because he does have a bad back. He and Brown both have bad backs. Xavier last 4 times on the court, they're struggling to even draw iron in the offensive end. Got to get something going offensively.
Merritt on the drive. And the dump pass. Finn has no numbers, but will get it over to Dolman. Back to Chalmers for the 3-ball. Too long. Dobbins comes down with a rebound.
That was a great wide-open jump shot set up by Dolman, who really quickly got rid of the basketball. Xavier's still doing a pretty decent job, even though they're missing the shots.
Rocky with a runner. Starting to warm up. Has 7.
Xavier,
the lead is 3.
Xavier needs an offensive possession here. Somebody's got to take charge. This is where Xavier's had problems in the past. Somebody's got to take charge, see if they can get a bucket. Be nice to get the ball inside to either Sato or Myles.
A 9-2 run for Richmond. Sato still looking for his first points, and they'll call that offensive.
I'll tell you, Scrocky is a tough defensive player. Frustrating Romain Sato on the drive.
Xavier took control early, but the Spiders are crawling back. It's 16-13. 4-point lead, 7:44 to go in the first half. And some teams like certain months. Certainly Xavier is one of those teams in the NCAA that likes the month of February.
Well, it's presented by John Morrell and company, the best records, as you said. And got this from Mark Wagner, statistician extraordinaire. And you look at Xavier, bodes pretty well in February. But this team, the Richmond Spiders, they've played Kansas this year. They've played Providence. They played Wake. Played Xavier, Dayton twice. They don't fade away. They keep coming at you. They grind it out. That's the trademark of Wainwright's team, is grinding out basketball.
O'Malley from deep. He got it. We're all tied up at 16.
That was an NBA three-point play there, Brad. Xavier has to get something going in the offensive end. Really struggling in the half-court execution the last 5-6 times down court.
Sato, another air ball. Merritt, too hard. Myles will come down with another rebound.
On a positive note, Xavier got back and stopped that break. Deion Merritt taking it in. Probably an ill-advised fast break for the Spiders, especially the way they've been scoring in their half-court offense.
Chalmers looking for 3, and he can buy.
Go figure. Lionel Chalmers, the one guy who, if he hits the jump shot, Xavier wins, but trying to get him consistent is very important for him to make sure he hits the open shot.
Lionel Chalmers with 6, both of them from behind the arc. Scrocky down low, can't hang on. Pass from Xavier.
It just goes to show you that last fast break by Deion Merritt, as he comes out of the game right now, was ill-advised. Right now, Spiders are playing good, solid half-court basketball. No reason to run and gun. Now you had 2 turnovers, or a missed shot and a turnover. Momentum back towards Xavier. Right now they're trying to deny. Reggie Brown is denying Lionel Chalmers the basketball.
Chalmers looking for more. Can't get it, but Sato up high for the rebound. Into the paint, can't get it to go. Cage will get fouled and go to the line.
Xavier fighting. Cage doing a yeoman's job on the low block. And number 3 is always around the basketball. You'll see him right there. He's getting a hand in. Anthony Myles, they're playing hard. One thing that Justin Cage, when that ball comes in his hand, he's not letting it go.
He'll leave his first foul as you take a look at Justin Cage's numbers.
Justin Cage he's got to start hitting those free throws, because in the next 3 or 4 years, he is going to be going to the free throw line a lot and just shooting 66% for charity stripe.
Trying to make it a 4-point Xavier lead. Cannot do it. Misses them both and gets the ball back.
It's unbelievable. It just sort of comes back into his hands. It's a good break for the Musketeers. Need to score on this possession. Keep that momentum in their court.
Dolman looking down low. Sato trying to work on Sprocky. One-hander off the glass, won't go. O'Malley the rebound, and Dobbins running. Sprocky throws it away.
They're better off sitting up in the half-court offense. Their transition is poor, and right now it's really hurting the Spiders.
Chalmers to the glass, and he got fouled, and we'll go to the line.
You know, Romain Sato in the last possession, he's getting bumped. That's what this Richmond team does. They bump you on the low block. They try to play physical with you. Romain Sato can't fall down when he's shooting the shot. He's got to try to keep his balance. Forget about the foul. Try to make the shot.
Chalmers will go to the line. 2 for 4 on the day, 6 points. Got the first one to go. Delta Airlines, official airline of Xavier University Athletics, says aloha with new daily nonstop service from Cincinnati to Honolulu. For great low fares and special offers every day, visit delta.com. Romain Sato will take a seat. And in comes Keith Jackson for his first action of the night.
Well, we highlighted Lionel Chalmers in the opening. He's got 7 points on 2 of 4 from behind the 3-point line. But he's playing, making good, solid decisions. If he can do that and lead this team as the point guard, Xavier has a good shot the last 9 games going into the tournament.
Trying to clean something up on the floor.
Yeah, it looks like there's a little blood on the floor, and now you'll see the trainers out there cleaning it up.
That may have come from Romain Sato, who is now getting some attention on the Xavier bench. Tonight on the Best Damn Sports Show period, New England wideout Troy Brown tells us about winning Super Bowl 38. Plus, NBA legends George Gervin, Bob Lanier, the A-Train, Artis Gilmore stop by to discuss the NBA's upcoming All-Star Game. Best Damn Sports Show period tonight only on Fox Sports Net.
Chalmers drops the second. Gives Xavier a 5-point lead. You know, I heard a story about Artis Gilmore. They talked about him every time he was so tired of being tall. He'd go to the airports, they say, "Are you a basketball player?" And he said, "No, I clean giraffe ears."
He may have been one of the most physical NBA players ever.
Playing for Jacksonville with Kendrick Burroughs, one of the all-time great names.
Oliva gets it stripped away, then loses the handle on it, and Xavier with yet another turnover from the Spiders.
Well, Xavier playing solid half-court defense. Had a couple lapses, but now they've strapped the laces up, and they're getting to the level of the ball, and they are really playing solid.
8 turnovers for Richmond already.
Ed Mata said their calling card was going to be their defense.
Chalmers had a wide open lane and failed to lay it in. Brown gets the roll.
In transition, somebody's got to find the shooters. Got to look for Dobbins and Brown. Scrocky's out of the game, but you got to look for 2 guys and match out to them. Those are the guys that are going to hurt you.
Brown has 4. Senior from New York. 60% of the Spider scoring comes from seniors.
Xavier will try to look inside to Anthony Myles. He's been very quiet the last 6 minutes. Had 9 points in the early going.
7 on the shot clock. Dolman looking to find a shot and gets lucked out. And push from O'Malley.
You can tell Justin Dolman coming into his own. Instead of just settling for that outside jump shot, you'll see the move right here. Pump fake, go underneath. He knows he can beat O'Malley. At least he thinks he can beat O'Malley. I'll have to give him a little grief on the flight out. And took it straight to the basket. But he's starting to play like a Division I player that he is. He's an outside scorer, but he also can take it inside.
Myles and Dolman will take a seat. Cole and Cage back in, along with Sato. And they threw this one away.
They're going to call it a tip. That hit off. That was a tip. So Jackie Sanders was saying it was tipped the whole time. Now John Hughes and Jackie Sanders talking it over, but they said it was a tip.
Now they'll reverse the call, and this one will go to the Spiders.
What happened was Jackie Sanders went over there and started getting caught in that spider web on the side. And you'll see right here, it looked like it was tipped by Dobbins, but it's tough to tell. I give Jackie the benefit of the doubt on that one.
Inside 4 minutes to play in the first, and Xavier with a 3-point lead.
Xavier in the man-to-man now. Got to keep an eye on Scrocky. That Sato is guarding Scrocky.
O'Malley down low, had it knocked away by Cage, looking for Maliva.
Well, it's great defense by Cage, keeping an eye on the ball, an eye on his man.
10-point lead, but Richmond went on a 12-2 run to get themselves back in it. They started shooting about 20%, Steve, but they're starting to find their way now.
Well, they're shooting. Xavier has to match the shooters. You got a 6'8" junior, Patrick O'Malley, knocking down a 3. And this guy's been a Xavier killer. He had 20 points against them last year, and he only averages 4 points a game. And you got Reggie Brown knocking down the 2-point jump shot in transition. Xavier done a pretty good job getting back and stopping that break.
Take a look at the field goal percentages now.
Well, Xavier in the first couple minutes had Richmond at about 14% clip. Richmond now settling into their half-court offense.
And Xavier was shooting at about a 60% clip. Now back down to 36. Dobbins lets it back to Brown from deep. Just barely got it off. And Maliva gets the long rebound.
Xavier in that man-to-man. Brandon Cole has got to put his back on Maliva and keep him off the boards.
Maybe an extra jump step from Dobbins, but he'll get the foul call down low.
They're going to get Keith Jackson on that foul. One thing Dobbins has got to be careful on Keith Jackson. He's not going to out-hang him, because Dobbins went up and he tried to hang as long as Jackson, and Jackson just kept on hovering above there. They're going to call Keith for his first foul.
And Dobbins to the line. That's his first point of the game.
Well, this team leads the A-10 in free throw percentage, almost 74%. And Dobbins knocks it down at 80. Very fundamental team.
Can't get the second. Long rebound will come to Finn. And running.
Quick reversal. Got to look the other side. You got Chalmers sitting on the wing, wide open.
Sato on Scrocky. Now Brown with Sato. That'll be a second offensive foul on Romain Sato.
Well, Romain is right now, we said in the opening that he's letting the defense come to him, but right now he's over penetrating right here. Good defense. Reggie Brown gets right in front of him. Romain has got to go left. He's got to go lateral on that. Give the ball up. People complain about Chalmers dribbling too much. It's difficult being that point guard. You know, and as Romain found out, ball movement's easier when you pass it.
Scrocky. Maliva. Dumped it off to O'Malley, who tries to save it, and Wolfie has no hands, but Joe Sunderman does.
The big guy. Well, Xavier causing another turnover. You'll see right here. Good inside defense by Myles. And then also good defense right there, creating a turnover. And you'll see right here, Myles cutting down the lane. Xavier really winning the hustle points, creating a lot of turnovers. 9 turnovers for Richmond. Very uncharacteristic of the Spiders.
Down low, Myles had it knocked away.
So Richmond does best. They lead the A-10 in field goal percentage defense, and that's why.
Maliva looking down low. Buckner surrounded by Musketeers. O'Malley will tee it up. Too long. Tip won't go, and over the back will be Dobbins.
Let me tell you, on that point right there, you got Dobbins, who's 6'4", 190. And you got Diedrich Finn just sort of hovering down there, and he uses his body. You'll see Finn on the baseline after the shot goes up. He finds Dobbins, puts his body on him, and Dobbins has to go over his back and get the foul. Long rebound. You'll see right there, Diedrich Finn using his body. And that was my big knock on Connell, using his upper body instead of his lower body. You use your legs. The referees don't see it. and it's usually a stronger part. Your legs, your buttocks.
And that's Diedrich Finn's first points. 1 point to go with 2 rebounds. 1:40 to go in the first, and Xavier stretches the lead to 3.
Now, the next 9 games, Xavier needs Diedrich Finn to be more consistent. You know, Lionel Chalmers is getting that consistency. Diedrich, sporadic. He's had a couple turnovers where he shouldn't. Unforced, picking the ball up when he shouldn't. So Xavier needs him to be the silent leader on the court.
Dobbins on the other end.
And now you got Finn guarding Buckner.
And a foul call down low.
Finn was on the low block, guarding Buckner, giving up about 6 inches. This team on offense runs a motion offense. Beeline, that was here before, Jim Beeline, ran more of a Princeton offense. Coach Wainwright's trying to get these guys moving, and they're so physical. They set the picks and try to get open off the picks, and it's very hard to defend.
Cage picks up his 7th team foul, sending Scrocky to the line in the bonus.
Scrocky's one of those gamers. His grandfather played for the Boston Red Sox, one of Scrocky's idols. But this kid just comes to play. He's got a mouthpiece in, you'll notice. Pickup ball this summer. He got his front tooth knocked out with an elbow, as you see right there. It's always a mother's nightmare, knocking your front teeth out.
Yeah, but I suppose it's better for Mom when he does it in college instead of doing it when he's 2 years old.
Yeah, that's true. But I'll tell you, this kid plays so hard.
May have gotten away with an over and back. Cage down low will lay it up and in.
Excellent recognition by Dolman, seeing Cage wide open. That wasn't over and back by Finn. But hey, you just go ahead and play. That's one of those situations where Diedrich has to know where he is on the court. Make sure he doesn't pick up that dribble.
Under a minute to go. Xavier's lead is 4.
Very impressive, Xavier. There's been runs by Richmond. Xavier being strong.
Wow, a nearly impossible shot by Scrocky goes. Scrocky's got 11.
Xavier ought to look to push it to the middle and see if they can get Myles one-on-one with the big guy down low. Xavier cannot take Myles in that low block.
Finn back to Dolman, corner Cage, back to Dolman looking for the 3 ball. High archer won't go, and Myles knocks it out of bounds. 21 seconds left on the clock.
Good ball movement by Cage, and wide open jumper by Dolman. Those two, you're going to see a lot of that for the next 3 years.
Some substitutions in the final 21 seconds.
If you're Richmond right now, you're down by 2. You want to make sure you either go up by 1 or at the worst down by 2. You want to run the clock down to about 8 seconds. See if you can get a shot off. You're really a moral victory if they can go in tied at half. Xavier's really outplayed them in the first half.
Scrocky for 3. Spiders lead by 1. Final seconds. Finn forgot about the clock and doesn't get the shot off. And the Spiders, after being dominated most of the first half, will go into the locker room with the lead. They are 9-0 when leading at halftime this season. It's 26-25. Their first lead of the game takes us to halftime. We'll be right back after this.
They practically gave away this truck. Now I'd like to. It's not a great...
We're at halftime at the Robins Center. The Spiders with their first lead of the game, taking it to halftime, 26-25. Hello, everyone. Brad Johansson, Steve Wolf back with you. Talked about Anthony Myles getting it done down low. He did it early. He was 4 or 5 early. Then he didn't get too many touches later on in the game.
He's playing against one of the best teams in the Atlantic 10, and they shut Anthony Myles down the second half of the first half. But I'll tell you what, he took it strong and rebounded well. See the stick back right here, using his body. Anthony Myles has been the bright spot in this first half, and Xavier needs more work out of Anthony Myles.
Well, we talked about how Scrocky can shoot it up, and he is the only one on the Richmond Spider team that has more than 4 points in the first half. but they don't find him in the final possession.
Well, Xavier in their 2-3 defense or their man-to-man defense, they're not matching to the jump shooter, doing a good job down low, but right now, O'Malley, Scrocky hitting outside jumpers.
We mentioned that Richmond is 9-0 when they lead at halftime. Can Xavier give them their first loss? We'll come back at halftime with Meet the Musketeers from the Robins Center. 26-25, Richmond at half. We'll be right back.
It's the President's Celebration event at your Jeep dealer, where for a very limited...
And we are at halftime at the Robins Center, Xavier in Richmond, and now it's time for Meet the Musketeers. And today, we meet Keith Jackson.
Part of my game I take the most pride in, it has to be my athleticism. I mean, everybody's not athletic, and I try to use that to my advantage of just, you know, jumping high, running fast, just try to make the exciting play and get the crowd pumped up. My favorite class has to be Dr. Kalella's Theory of Knowledge class. He's probably the best, one of the best teachers I've experienced here at Xavier. My game has evolved a lot. I'm shooting the ball from the outside a lot more. Especially this year, I'll shoot a lot more threes and as well as still slash into the basket, and that's what I do best. My number one thing has to be getting my degree. My mom would kill me if I didn't get my degree, so that has to be number one.
And that was Meet the Musketeer with Keith Jackson. We're at halftime. When we come back, we'll have stats and highlights for you right here on Fox Sports Net.
For 27 straight years, the Ford F-Series has been the best-selling truck on the planet. Now, the next F-150 has earned the 2004 Motor Trend Truck of the Year, leaving its competition in the dust. With best-in-class towing and low-end torque, a stronger frame, and greater standard power and payload than ever before. And now $1,000 cashback or 0% financing gives you a simply greater value. See the next F-150 at your Greater Cincinnati Ford dealers. Simply greater.
I want the best home loan for me.
I just want the whole process to be easy.
I want my loan to close fast.
If you're planning to purchase a home, your local home loan experts at Countrywide can help you get approved quickly and easily for whatever your home loan needs may be. Call us at 800-485-1786 or visit your local Countrywide branch.
The Hyundai Sonata makes more sense than ever. Once again ranked most appealing entry midsize car by J.D. Power and Associates. It's $3,700 less than a Toyota Camry LE when comparably equipped. And only Hyundai has America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. Test drive the 2004 Hyundai Sonata, starting at just $14,839. When your car makes this...
Come for atmosphere, stay for the friends, and come back for the great food.
26-25. Xavier took an early lead, a 14-4 lead. They went down low to Myles. Chalmers got hot from behind the arc, but then the offense kind of disappeared. As a matter of fact, between Cole, Sato, and Dolman, they're 0 for 10 between those three.
Well, it's Xavier's offense, but let's give it to Richmond. Richmond's playing solid defense. They lead the A-10 in field goal percentage defense, but the guy that really helped him out early on was Anthony Myles. He went to the boards solid, took the inside shots. But for Richmond, Scrocky has been killing the Musketeers.
No, Scrocky's the only one in the points with double digits at 14. Let's take a look at the Countrywide home loans first half highlights.
As we said, Anthony Myles, the bright spot for the Xavier Musketeers. Nice drive by Dolman, but there you got Anthony Myles with the stick back. And now you got the one other guy that has helped out the Richmond Spiders, is NBA three-pointer by Patrick O'Malley. And then you have the freshman connection. Great recognition by Dolman hitting Justin Cage. Xavier needs more of that in the half-court offense. But the guy that has killed the Musketeers, Scrocky, right here. I think he's got HORS on the Musketeers in the first half.
5 for 8 from the floor for Scrocky. You take a look at the first half stats. Shooting percentage fairly even, although Xavier was shooting 60% to their 14 early on.
Well, it's a one-point game, but yes, Xavier had holding Richmond to 14% in the first 6-7 minutes, and now the shooting percentages are back to even.
Pretty even on the stat board. Pretty even on the real board. Richmond with their first lead of the game. We'll start the second half after this.
Fox Sports Net is brought to you by your Greater Cincinnati Ford dealers, by Xavier University, by the Joseph Auto Group, and by your Greater Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky Toyota dealers.
Beautiful Richmond, Virginia. We are at halftime. Let's take a look at our keys to the game one more time. What Xavier had to do and what they're doing.
Well, you know, Xavier is doing a pretty good job in all the areas. The one area, you only can have 3-4 keys. My fourth key would be match to the jump shooter, and that's where Xavier's having a problem. Scrocky is getting open. O'Malley's getting open. Xavier's doing a solid job down low, but they want to match to the jump shooters.
Chalmers with 8. We've said that he is leading this team, but you see the leading scorers right now, and Sato nowhere to be found because he hasn't made a shot.
Well, you know, this is a solid physical defending team in Richmond. They're going to bump you every time you come through the lane. Romain Sato can't get down. He's got to keep running, and he's got to take what the defense gives him. Right now, he's getting frustrated. He can't sit there and
a bad pass right off. May have been tipped on the block. Rebound put back too long, and Myles will get the rebound.
Well, Lionel Chalmers can thank Justin Cage. Nice block in transition. Saved the basket, and Myles down there to clean up the rebound. Romain has got to play with it himself. He can't worry about what these guys are doing to him on defense. That's it.
Sato's on the board.
He's going to get hit. He can't worry about it. He's got to keep his balance.
Xavier regains the lead.
You recall in Cincinnati, Xavier came right out of the gate in the second half, knocked down 3 straight jump shots, took a nice lead, but then relaxed. Spiders came back and took it to the Musketeers.
Dobbins, 9 seconds on the shot clock. O'Malley down low for Scrocky. He lays it in, got position on Sato.
And that's saying something because Romain Sato, one of the best defenders in the conference. Scrocky's strong enough to push him away from the basket. A little toss over top of Sato's head. Easy layup for Scrocky.
Sato from the corner. Too long. Dobbins the rebound.
Xavier in that man-to-man defense.
Dobbins with a handoff from Xavier. They'll go down low. Big man with an awkward-looking half hook.
Xavier just threw that at the basket. Compliment Xavier on their defense. Sato's going to really have to strap those shoelaces on and get in Scrocky's jock. Make sure he cannot take over this basketball game.
Off the ref. Dobbins on the break will lay it up, and too long, and Chalmers with the hustle will get the rebound. And we've got a foul.
Well, that's 2 turnovers. Xavier had 7 turnovers in the first half. They already have 2 right now with 2.5 minutes gone in the second half. And you'll see right here, this is why you always chase down the play. The only other guy back was Justin Cage. He's barely in your picture. But hey, that's a turnover, but it's not a conversion by the Spiders.
Inbound to Sato. And he's got 4.
You see how he went up straight? He didn't fall down. They're knocking him. They're going to hit him. Sato's strong enough. He cannot look for the foul. He's got to look for the finish.
Lead bouncing back and forth now. Xavier with a 1-point lead.
Sato with 4 points here in the second half.
Stripped by Myles on Maliva. Here comes Sato on the other way.
Reversal's going to have somebody wide open.
Chalmers gets fouled, can't get it off the glass.
It'll be interesting. Right now, Scrocky has 16 points. Sato, who struggled in the first half, a lot of times your offense or your defense comes out of your offense. It's not always right, but let's see if he steps up the defensive effort on Scrocky right now. Sato's got 2 buckets here in the second half.
Chalmers to the line. Too long on the first. Boy, they struggled from the free throw line at inopportune moments.
Yeah, and especially against a team like Richmond that knocks them down at a pretty good clip. Xavier shooting 63% in the charity stripe.
Now 6 of 9 on the night. Xavier's lead is 2.
Watching right now, you got Maleva killing people on the picks inside, trying to get Scrocky open.
On the baseline, they'll get a foul, and they'll call this one on Justin Cage, his 3rd.
We'll see, there's a lot of guys picking and rolling. Right there, there's a pick. And you'll see it, Buckner just sets a solid pick on Sato. Justin Cage trying to get some positioning inside. One thing Xavier's done pretty well the last couple games is they're not giving easy things inside, easy scores. They did it against UC and forced them to beat them from the free throw line.
Rocky from deep won't go. The rebound tipped out to Chalmers. Working it low. Myles up strong and just too strong on the shot, but he'll go to the line.
Well, Anthony Myles has a small feet, but they're very, very quick for a big guy. You'll see right here where he uses a little head fake and then boom, quick to the baseline. And there's no way Maleva can handle him right there. This is where Anthony Myles has to convert.
Maleva gets the foul, and Myles will go to the line.
Myles right now really struggling from the free throw line as he knocks that one down. So he's shooting less than 50%. He's got to make sure that he converts on those inside shots because he's struggling from 15 feet away.
His first point in probably at least 15, 16 minutes.
Well, that's the way they do it. Coach Wainwright finds out what the problem is, and he corrects it. One of those timeouts, he corrects it and says, hey, get on him. Don't let him touch the ball.
Dolman on O'Malley. Dumped it off of Maleva. Nice defense on Myles, but it looks like they're going to get a foul on him with a little shove of the knee, and he says, yeah, I did it.
Well, you know, Anthony Myles, when he was on that low block, pump fake twice. Maleva tried to get him up in the air. Myles didn't move. Myles using that knee or the thigh, trying to push him away from the basket.
He's second. Strip, Dolman, foul.
You know, when Justin Dolman signed on, and I know his daddy's at home watching because Justin's sister's playing freshman ball for Ryle, so they couldn't make the trip. But I don't think anybody really thought that Justin Dolman's forte was going to be defense, but he's been playing solid defense since he started in that starting lineup. And that's nothing to take away from his dad, who was a great offensive player. Not sure how tough he was on defense. He made up for it on the offensive end.
Myles down low. Working on Maleva. Got it blocked. Sato hustling for it. Knocks it to Dolman.
Great hustle by Sato.
They've got Cage down low. Great defense by the Spiders. Chalmers in the paint. May have walked. Gets away with it. Now a whistle.
3 seconds. You know, I'll be honest, I haven't heard 3 seconds since
it's been a
about
while.
4 or 5 years ago.
Xavier with a 4-point lead. Thad Matta pleading his case. We'll be back to the Robins Center after this. The Robins Center, Xavier with a 4-point lead. Romain Sato, the first half 0 for 5. He's now 2 for 3 starting the second half.
Well, in order for Xavier to win, they have to have their star playing Sato solid. And as you see, Sato not falling down when he gets hit. He's going to get bumped. He's just got to play through it. Romain Sato. And you see him right now. I think he's going to go out of the game. He's going to go over and talk to the trainer, Mike Mulcahy. He's got blood on his elbow again. And while we bring up Mike Mulcahy, saw him in the hotel lobby. It's his son's birthday. It's Patrick Mulcahy's 2nd birthday, and he and Emily are at home in Cincinnati watching the game, hoping for a win.
Big happy birthday.
Happy birthday, yeah. You know, the last birthday for Ali Mata didn't go too well, so we got to pick it up here for Patrick.
Scrocky. Pull up, got fouled, got the hoop.
Got the freshman up in the air. You know, Scrocky saw Justin Dolman playing on him and knew it wasn't Sato. It's like smelling blood. Got the freshman up in the air. And I'm not sure why, but Sato's guarding Buckner. And they have Dolman on Scrocky,
who is 7-11 from the floor. 19 points. Still nobody else on his squad with more than 4.
And that bodes well for Xavier because, you know, they're going to need somebody else to step up. And I have a feeling that Sato is going to rise to the occasion on Scrocky.
Sato with a pull-up. Short. Goes for the rebound and fouls Merritt.
Sato's second foul. That's a frustration foul. You know, when you're playing defense, well, it's his third foul. When you're playing defense as hard as he is, you got to make sure you use your legs when you shoot that jump shot. And right now, he's been short on a couple jumpers. A lot of times, that's your legs. I think what the coaches are trying to do is put Dolman on Scrocky because he's taller. He can get a hand out there on him.
Down low. Dobbins gets it off to Scrocky for 3. In and out, won't go. Tip high, Dolman, tip back again. Scrocky gets it.
Xavier in that 2-3 zone. Have to make sure they get out to the jump shooter, and that's Scrocky, and that's Dobbins.
Buckner inside the arc. Too long. Sato tips it, and Myles comes down with a strong rebound.
Good team rebounding. Tip up by Sato and the pull down by Myles. Xavier needs to get an inside bucket. Maybe try to get the ball to Dolman or Sato. Get something easy out of this offense.
Thin out top. Standing around down low. Sato comes out and gets it. Back out to Chalmers from deep. In and out, won't go. Chalmers high for the rebound and the putback, and he gets fouled.
Sato always around the basket. You know, he's struggling from outside. Went to the offensive glass. Went way high up. And, you know, Brett, he's been rebounding the basketball so well. You know, double figures the last 2 games against Fordham in Cincinnati. He's starting to understand the game more and more. When his shot isn't going down, he's trying to take it inside.
Dobbins with his second foul. Sato makes good on the first.
Xavier struggled still the second half. They got a 2-point lead with a chance to make it 3 with his free throw, and they're due it defensively. Smart move by the coaching staff. We'll see what happens with the bigger Dolman guarding Scrocky. Somebody else is going to have to pick up the pace because it's going to be harder for him to get the ball over a 6'9" Dolman as opposed to a 6'5" Sato.
Sato with 6, all of them in the second half. Brown dumps to Merritt. Buckner for 3. Short again. Dolman the long rebound. Gets it off to Chalmers on the run to Finn, who will take it to the rack and get it knocked away.
Xavier really playing solid in the half-court set. Come back playing a zone. Recovered to the jump shooter. Buckner missing that shot. And Xavier, good transition. Getting the ball down court quickly.
Dolman the inbound.
Look for Dolman to get a shot off the out-of-bounds play. A lot of times, the most important guy to watch when you're taking the ball out of bounds is that guy that inbounds the basketball.
I got Maliba down low on a push. That is his third.
Xavier giving Richmond that inbounds the basketball.
I got Maliba down low on a push. That is his third.
Xavier giving Richmond a little bit of their own medicine, setting good picks. Richmond having problems getting through the picks. You know, if you set a solid pick and somebody runs off it, you're going to get somebody open.
That is the 6th team foul on the Spiders. Next one will send Xavier to the line. Myles working on Xavier. All the way around, has it knocked away, and Xavier will get the foul. Or they may give that one to O'Malley.
I think O'Malley got him on the wrist. Anthony Myles was getting hit all the way across the lane. But, you know, that's what you got to do. You got to forget about it, let the referees call the game. See right there. Myles playing very solid. 11.6 rebounds.
3 for 3 from the stripe. You thought I was going to do it, didn't you?
You know,
You thought I was going to do it.
Yeah, talking a 47% shooter, and you know he's 3 for 3. I got to tell you, I'm no math major, but those odds don't look good.
He's got 12. Make it 13. He's perfect.
It looks awesome from that free throw line. Xavier has a 5-point lead. They keep building on it. Now they're back in that 2-3 again. Dolman is shading towards Scrocky. That's the guy that's been killing the Musketeers. They got 2 guys keeping them in their crosshairs.
Merritt on the drive. And a foul. Get a push. Call this one on Myles. Coming up tomorrow on Fox Sports Net, Cleveland Cavaliers take on the New Jersey Nets, 7 p.m. Action gets started with Cavs Countdown, 6:30, followed by the tip at 7. Cavs Nets coming up tomorrow, 6:30, right here on Fox Sports Net. Check your local listings.
Well, with 13:22 to go, Xavier in a little bit of foul trouble with Cage with 3. Sato has 3, and Myles just picked up his 3rd, and really no reason for that foul. Dion Merritt is about 3.5 feet high. I mean, he's a little pint. Driving to the basket. Anthony Myles, instead of just using his long reach to bat the ball away, let Merritt use his body to come inside.
And an awkward looking shot. Caudle with his first action gets his first rebound and may have caught someone with an elbow. There's a spider down. Play continues. 5 on 4.
Somebody's going to be wide open.
Chalmers, 3 ball. And now time is called as Reggie Brown gets up.
He got nipped on the rebound. Will Caudle, the one thing, he moves those arms. He's got some big pipes, and he shows them off. And he clocked Reggie Brown. I think you'll be able to see what he, on the rebound, it wasn't intentional. He was just trying to be strong. Will Caudle going strong and getting that board. And that's important because he's had a deep thigh bruise, and with Anthony Myles out of the game and Brandon Cole really not settling in the first half. Got him in the base of that defense at the 2-3.
Little 7-0 run here for Xavier. Take a look at the three-point shooting. Not too impressive.
Now the key right now in the 7-0 run has been defense by Xavier. Scrocky has not been able to get an open shot. Xavier really focusing on him in their 2-3 defense.
9 on the shot clock. Dobbins, free throw line. Off balance and got it to go. Wainwright wants a timeout. Cuts the lead to 6. 12:39 to go in the second half. Xavier with a 6-point lead. 12:39 to go in the second half. Musketeers back on the air Saturday, 4 p.m. More red-hot A-10 hoop action. Your Xavier Musketeers taking on the UMass Minutemen. Xavier basketball returns Saturday, 4 p.m. right here on Fox Sports Net.
Also another big one coming up Wednesday. St. Joe's taking on Dayton. That's going to be a very good A-10 matchup. St. Joe's trying to run the table in a very solid A-10 conference schedule.
Boy, they've been impressive, haven't they?
I'll tell you, they have a great backcourt, but Phil Martelli gets the best out of his players. And you got a leader in Jameer Nelson who knows how to run the point.
On the shot clock.
Right now, Richmond back in the zone.
Sato drains his first 3 of the game.
Good ball movement. Xavier didn't rush. Moved the ball around the perimeter. Kept on trying to get the ball into Caudle, but he wasn't open. Nice shot by Sato.
9 second half points for Romain Sato.
Now Sato back on Scrocky. They're back into a man-to-man. Good changing of defense by the Musketeers.
O'Malley tries to answer. It's long. Xavier saves it.
You always remember on those long jump shots, you're always going to have a long rebound.
Merritt driving, looking for help. Scrock. Wow, the kid loves to shoot off balance.
Well, and he used the backboard, which is something real important. As you'll see right now, Xavier having problems getting the ball inbounds.
Caudle comes back to help.
It's real important when you're driving and you're off balance to have a point of reference. It's always nice to use that backboard. The old Sam Jones backboard.
The lead is 7. Finn to the hole and lays it up too hard. Dobbins the other way.
Another opportunity. Diedrich Finn was wide open at the basket. Just couldn't put it in the cup.
defense on this trip by Xavier. Dobbins looking for help. Swear. They left him alone. After such a great set of getting back quickly, helping out, they left Swear alone.
Well, Xavier struggling in the man-to-man. That's 2 possessions, two baskets for the Richmond Spiders. Xavier still on top by 5. Need to get a score in this possession.
Chalmers loses it and got fouled.
That's rare you get a call like that on the home floor. This team is very physical in their half-court sense. And I'll tell you, Jerry Wainwright likes guys that have a physical presence. You look at these guys, the way they're built, they're going to knock you every time you come to the lane. And it's 6 foot, 180 pounds. Lionel Chalmers looks like a pinball.
Scrocky gets his first. It's the 8th team foul on the Spiders, so Chalmers will go to the line for one in the bonus.
And now you lose the big guy Swear, but you bring in Steenberg, and Steenberg's a banger. Pretty much they both average about 4 points, 4 rebounds, but fresh body, fresh legs to bang on the guys inside.
Chalmers now 4 of 5 from the line, 13 points. Xavier doing much better at the line, 13 of 16 so far. Chalmers hits them both. And we will take a break with 10:22 to go. Xavier in control with a 7-point lead. Can they hold it? We'll be right back after this. Xavier trailed by 1 at half. They lead by 7 right now, 10:22 to go. Delta Airlines, the proud sponsor of Xavier University Athletics. With any domestic e-ticket from Delta, you can use a self-service check-in kiosk, skip the ticket counter lines altogether. Romain Sato warming up in the second half after going 0 for in the first.
Well, and that is one reason why I think he'll play better defense the second half. He just struggled. He's got to fight through the physical play of other teams. He's such a finesse player. With that body, when he goes up to the basket, he can't look at getting knocked down. He's got to forget about the free throws and take it strong to the basket. Xavier back in that 2-3 zone that's really been good to them, with an eye on Scrocky, making sure that you match out to him. They're almost playing like a box of one. They're taking Scrocky all the way down to the baseline and bringing him back around.
Merritt for 3. His first points of the game.
Well, and the way he shoots, he's a heck of a point guard, but he's shooting 22% from the 3. That's the kind of guy that you sort of live with that one, because it's not going to happen too often.
Chalmers thought about it, and now an offensive on Will Caudle.
Well, when you set a pick, you have to move, and I think you got to get Anthony Myles back in the game at the 9.5-minute mark. Will Caudle moved too quickly. Got him a call for the offensive foul.
We're at the Robbins Center. Brad Johansson, Steve Wolf, bringing you Xavier basketball. Xavier with a 4-point lead.
Xavier back in the man-to-man.
Outside O'Malley, short. Up high for the rebound is Romain Sato, his 6th rebound of the game.
Good defensive pressure. Still going to get out of O'Malley. He's missed his last 2 shots, but he's not going to continue missing those. O'Malley's a decent 3-point shooter.
Chalmers. Cage. In the paint with a hop step, and he missed it, but a tip goes in from Romain Sato.
You got to give Sato credit. Coming back, and now he has 11 points in the second half. He's just doing a workman's job on the boards. He's taking what the defense gives him. Really solid blue-collar second half for Romain Sato. Xavier just hanging in there, up by 6, playing solid defense.
Dobbins with a nice spin move. Won't go. Sato up high again for the rebound. He has come alive in the second half.
Quick ball reversal may get Sato a jumper. You got to move the ball quick in transition.
Chalmers will take it to the hole and get fouled, and he will go to the line one more time.
Xavier right now has the game in control. They have to make sure that they limit their turnovers and keep making good decisions on the offensive end. Defensively, I'm pretty impressed with the way this team's playing.
I have to agree. O'Malley's 3rd foul. Team's 9th team foul.
Xavier's also doing a good job on the boards. 30 rebounds for Xavier, only 22 for the Spiders.
Chalmers up high, can't get it.
You watch these guys shoot free throws, and you watch them in the shoot around. A lot of times these guys move off the free throw line. You know, if you think about putting in golf, you wouldn't be moving your feet. You can watch his feet when he's on the line. You stay on that line until the ball is out of your hands. It's a balance thing. Yeah.
So that's why I'm missing my putt?
Yeah, you don't keep moving. So he's moving away, and he made it, but still, you've got to stay on that line.
That's 15 for Chalmers, which moves him into a tie for 22nd place with Jerry Helmers in that 1,000-point club with 1,275.
Big Jerry, is that his son that played at Miami?
Merritt, head down, gets lucky and leaves it off for Maliva. Myles thought he had the steal. Merritt going where he shouldn't have gone and got lucky again.
Well, Merritt's going to get you a couple of those. He's a 50-50 guy. He puts the pedal to the metal in transition and also the offensive end, but sometimes he's going to cost you.
Goaltend. Impressive, but a goaltend from Dobbins. Xavier continues to hold on to the lead, 7:38. They lead by 7. Back to the Robbins Center. At 8 to go in the second half. Romain Sato, donut first half, going to work. Determined not to make it happen that way in the second.
4-7 in the second half. Here's a white-collar jumper from behind the arc, but more importantly, he's doing the little things. Tipping it back in, going to the offensive board, and you can tell Romain Sato has come to play in this second half, and he's doing exactly what he needed to do.
Working on his 3rd straight double-double. He has 8 rebounds to go along with 11 points.
Be interesting to see what Xavier does if they stick with that zone, which has been good to them. If they go to the man-to-man, they're back in the zone with an eye on Scrocky. You know, you're going to let Merritt beat you. Not going to let Scrocky beat you.
Dobbins.
That's 4 on Myles.
Could be a big key in this one. Sat came back in and immediately picked up number 4.
That really hurts because, you know, it's like you shoot a deer and he's wounded. Go back after him right now. We got a wounded deer on that low block because one more foul and he's out. They're going to keep going at him. Keep going at him.
Dobbins will get the bonus.
And Brandon Cole should be the guy that they put in there, but really has struggled in the first half this evening.
Dobbins gets the roll, and he's got 5. We talked about it, Steve. It was to the 8-minute mark of this second half as Finn finally gets it into Sato. That one of Scrocky's teammates finally got past that 4 spot. 21 points for Scrocky, 6 for Maliva, 5 for Dobbins. Deep for Finn.
That is a big shot. Diedrich Finn has not hit a 3-point jump shot in the last couple of games. That is a big jumper. Gives Xavier an 8-point lead.
Their biggest since they had it stretched out to 14-4 early in the first half.
You watch it right now. Everybody keeping an eye on Scrocky, making sure they get out on him.
Didn't that time. He's short. Chalmers gets the long rebound and is ready to run without numbers. Gives it off, knocked away, gets it back. Ball on the floor. Somebody's on the out-of-bounds line, and it was Lionel Chalmers.
Well, defensively down the other end, you can live with Scrocky shooting about a 24-footer. It's the, you know, the 19, 20-footer you can't shoot. You'll see Xavier's pushing him out in the offensive end. That's solid defense. Here you see the turnover by Lionel Chalmers. You know, with 6 minutes to go, you can't do that. You take the ball back. You got an 8-point lead. Yeah, Coach Wainwright likes that, but Coach Mata's not impressed with that. Xavier back in that 2-3 zone.
Inside 6.5. Chalmers on ground. Trying to find Scrocky.
Scrocky's going from side to side.
Dobbins will take the 18-footer. Maliva the big rebound, and he got fouled by Chalmers.
Well, you know what happens when Scrocky's shooting so well and the other guys are not scoring? The reason why that's important defensively to worry about Scrocky so much is that the other guys are getting cold and they're not used to shooting. And right now, Scrocky can't get open. The other guys are missing open jump shots.
Chalmers first, team 8th foul.
This Maleva is a bear on the boards, and especially in the zone, you got to find him, put him on your back.
Can't get the roll on the first, and caught him with a big rebound.
Well, after Cottle cracked Brown in the nose on the rebound, everybody sort of shied away when he pulled down this one.
He's probably got a few more cracks left in him.
Well, you better believe that.
Foul out here, and they'll call this one on Buckner. Tonight on the Best Damn Sports Show period, New England wideout Troy Brown tells us about winning Super Bowl 38, plus some NBA legends stop by to discuss NBA's upcoming All-Star game. Best Damn Sports Show period tonight only on Fox Sports Net.
Justin Cage having a nice game, 6 points, 4 rebounds. More importantly, playing solid defense. Got to get a little arch on that free throw. Get it above that rim.
O'Malley comes in. Buckner will sit down.
You and I talked before the game about free throws being important. This Richmond team makes free throws. They lead the A-10. Xavier has to knock down these charity stripe.
Cage makes the second to make Xavier now 16 of 21 from the line. Now, Richmond has only gone to the line 12 times.
Xavier doing a great job in the zone, keeping Scrocky out of the game.
Scrocky long. Cottle can't hold the rebound. It gets tapped back to him.
Well, he finally got an open look because Cottle didn't match out to the shooter. You know, when you don't get many open looks, you got to make the best of it, and he is struggling right now in his half-court offense.
Finn we're going to pick. Cottle.
No rush on offense. Xavier's got 17 seconds in the shot clock, and they're up by 9. Look for your man Sato in the wing. Try to get dribble penetration.
5 on the shot clock. Chalmers from way deep. Won't go. Maleva the rebound.
That's not what you want. You want to try to move it around. Use the other teammates to get open.
Scrocky off balance. Can't get that roll. And a one-handed rebound by Sato. Can't hold on to it. And Dobbins will go to the line.
Rare display of emotion. Number 4 on Justin Cage. It's getting a little rough under the baskets.
Anthony Myles ready to check in. Now, we hit that 5-minute mark, Steve. You talked about how well they shoot free throws. And Dobbins, we've just jinxed him. Even before I got the stat out, we jinxed him. In the last 5 minutes at the charity stripe, in their wins, they shoot 83%. In their losses, they shoot 90%.
Well, I'll tell you what, and Dobbins has missed 2 free throws today, or tonight, and he shoots 80% from the free throw line.
Xavier holding their own.
You know, and that's important for Xavier to get to the free throw line. They have been not getting to the free throw line like they did with David West last year, but they're playing aggressive.
Aren't you glad I brought that stat up?
Absolutely, that's a great stat.
Because he missed them both. Finn can't get it to stay down.
Richmond's been on 44 for about 4 possessions, struggling to get the ball. And they're going to Walker out of bounds on Scrocky.
That would have been Myles' 5th. That had been a foul call.
You'll see right here, the pass to Scrocky. Looks like he was out of bounds. Had his left foot planted on the sideline.
Turnovers all even. And there haven't been many in the second half.
No, Xavier's done a good job, and a lot of those in the first half were offensive fouls. Yes, they're turnovers, but they're not mental lapses, and Xavier's really been focused. I think that's one of the big keys that the coaching staff has been working on. Focus on the game and understand the game plan.
Dobbins working on Finn.
Richmond playing, looks like a 2-3 zone, trying to focus on keeping Myles from getting the basketball on the low block.
Down to Dolman, looking for help, and he got pushed.
Xavier gets away with one right there. He couldn't really tell, but nothing good was going to happen because all the guys on the perimeter were covered. And you'll see he was on the baseline, really nowhere to throw the ball. If he throws it, you got Reggie Brown sitting out there guarding the perimeter, Diedrich Finn.
Thrilled with that call. Got it on Scott, and Dolman goes to the line. First one's up good.
You know,
a double bonus now.
I talked to Justin Dolman this morning, and the George Washington game, before the game, the shoot-around, Thad Mile went up to him and just sort of said, look, take a deep breath, get a rotation, and just knock down the free throw like you shoot your jumper. And just like Coach Mata did when he was playing. And, you know, Justin Dolman has relaxed on that free throw line, and was shooting about 52% when this happened. He's about up to 58, 59%. He's just too good of a shooter not to make his free throws.
It only took him 36 minutes to get his first point, and that's all he has is one.
And I jinxed him, so I'll take credit for that one.
High dribble from Merritt. Scrocky from deep. That one's short. Sato up high again for the rebound. His 9th.
But right now, Xavier has done an excellent job. They have Scrocky tied up defensively. They're doing a good job defensively in the 2-3. They're doing a good job in man. And right now, he can't buy a basket. Will Connell's got to be careful in the low block not to get an offensive foul. And Chalmers needs to get rid of this basketball. Too much dribbling on the perimeter.
Got it ripped. Here comes Dobbins. Odd man break. Will take it himself and get it swatted away. He got fouled by Dolman. The swat came from Sato. They wanted a goaltend. I don't think it was even close.
No, I don't think so. But right now, Xavier's up by 10 points. What they need to do is have good perimeter offense, moving the basketball. Lionel Chalmers needs to get the ball in the hands of the other guys. Make sure they take advantage of this lead. This is when you bury the dagger. You don't sit there and give the Spiders a chance to get back in the game.
Dobbins with only 7. 5, I should say.
You know, really with the UC game, doing an excellent job on the big guys for the Cincinnati Bearcats. Xavier is getting that confidence to play inside defense. And now with the switching of the defenses between the 2-3 and the man-to-man, doing a good job of shutting Scrocky out here in the last 10 minutes of the half.
They just recorrected the official stats. They had him with 7, moved him back to 5. He's now at 6 with the first make to go along with 5 rebounds. Only 1 of 5 from the floor is Dobbins, who had 19 in the first meeting with the Musketeers.
Xavier has to be really careful. They're up by 9. They have to take care of the basketball and get good shots in their offensive set.
Can't get the second. Chip won't go. Sato with his 10th rebound and his 3rd consecutive double-double, but he lets the ball go out of bounds. Xavier has the lead by 9. 3:27 to go. Can they hold on? Lead. You take a look at the Cintas game summary. Still not shooting the ball extremely well, but they are hitting the boards.
Well, and the big thing that's not on there is Xavier from the free throw line. They're 17 of 23, and Richmond is only 9 of 16. Musketeers a little bit more aggressive. But I'll tell you, the key to this game has been Xavier's outstanding half-court defense, rotating between a man-to-man and a zone and keeping Scrocky at bay the last 10 minutes. It's important right now. Myles, be careful not to pick up his 5th foul and to still play solid defense on Maleva on the low block.
Scrocky for 3. Sato fell down. Scrocky misses again, gets his own rebound. Merritt trying to take it himself, and Finn fouled him on the way.
O'Malley set a pick on Romain Sato, and I'll tell you, he couldn't have gotten through that pick with a machete. O'Malley just set a strong, solid pick, and Sato fought through it. But he's going to have a thigh bruise from getting kneed by O'Malley. Scrocky was wide open.
Merritt with that odd free throw shot gets the first one to go. Keep him 4 on the game.
Even Merritt, as unattractive as that free throw is, he shoots at 80% from the free throw line.
Missed his first 2.
He's got a little bit of a Jamal Walker type body.
Long rebound. We'll go to the Spiders.
It's 2 straight possessions. They can't get that rebound.
Rocky, nice defense by Chalmers to alter the shot. Myles with a rebound.
Myles got away with one right there. He pushed off a little bit before he went up. Xavier catching some
rebound of the game, Steve.
Excuse me, Xavier catching a couple breaks on that that defensive board.
Corner, Chalmers, count it.
But see, that was good ball movement. You want to make sure you move the ball quick. Good pass by the freshman Justin Dolman, recognizing the Chalmers was open in the corner. It's one of those situations where you don't want to over dribble. Right here, good quick recognition. He brought the man out on him, got two guys coming, boom. That's one, when you're a good jump shooter, you ought to be able to get the other guys open because they have to match to you.
From behind the arc, Xavier 6 of 15, now shooting 40%. Richmond likes to hold their teams to under 29% from behind the arc.
Well, in Richmond, as we said, probably the best team defensively in the A-10. Right now, they're getting a little taste of their own medicine. Xavier playing stellar defense, holding Richmond only 33% from the field. Doing a good job team defensively. Xavier now in the man-to-man. It's important Diedrich Finn keep Merritt in front of him.
Cage on O'Malley. Finn on Merritt. Going baseline again. Won't get the call this time. Dumps it off. Maliba will get the hoop and a foul for Coffin.
You see Dion Merritt penetrates baseline, makes a nice pass inside, and Maliba takes it strong. That's a first field goal in the last 5.5 minutes for the Richmond Spiders. Three guys right there. You got to find your man. That's Will Cottle's got to get back in match to Maliba. Can't let him have an easy one. You know, and if you go up like that, if he's going to get the layup, you know, either let him have it or knock him down and make sure he doesn't make it.
Maliba with 9. Cuts the lead to 8. Full court pressure now. Didn't get to the cross easily.
Right now, Xavier has to take time off the clock, not keep it too far out away from the offensive area, but get good ball movement, get an open shot.
Sato for 3. Yes!
Good penetration by Chalmers. Sato just sitting there waiting. Good decision by Lionel Chalmers. Nice shot by Romain Sato.
The lead is 11. Tip won't go. Maliba can't get it again. Chalmers comes down with the strong rebound. Chalmers has owned the second half glass.
And I'll tell you what,
I should say Sato has owned the second half glass.
Sato has another double-double. And let me tell you, he has come to play in the second half and is really the key for Xavier having the 11-point lead. Romain Sato, those numbers don't do him justice. He is, you know, basically shut out in the first half and fought through everything in the second half.
You see the West standings in the A-10 coming into this game. Dayton still undefeated. GW at 7-3. Richmond trying to hang atop. Xavier just trying to climb out of the cellar.
Well, and it's important to get the momentum going for the tournament. You know, you'd like to see Xavier get a bye. That may be unlikely, but you know, the way Xavier is playing of late, they realize they can play with any team in the A-10. And some of the guys they've lost to, some of the teams they've lost to, Duquesne, GW, Dayton, they're coming back to the Cintas Center, and that's a tough place to play.
Richmond, the only team to beat Xavier twice in the Cintas Center. So Xavier has plenty of revenge on his mind.
And this is a Richmond team that just demolished Duquesne last week by 20 points, had 21 offensive rebounds, and held Elijah Palmer, their leading scorer, to 5 points. This is a solid team. Same team that beat Kansas. You know, same team that has played solid defense all year long. Xavier racking up 60 points against them.
It looks like the script may hold out. The visiting team has won the last 4 matchups in this one. Sato, corner. Too long. Rebound Scott.
Now it's important Xavier doesn't let any three-point jumpers go up.
That one did. Air ball.
And
Rebound down low to Maliva, and he got fouled.
Two things, I didn't even get out of my mouth. You don't want to have an open three-point jump shot. And you don't want to foul and let him score while the clock is stopped. And that's Anthony Myles' 5th foul. With a minute 10, you want to make sure this clock runs. You want to get out of here, get your charter, get back into the natty.
13 for Myles. He had 9 early. And really took very few shots after that. Was 5 for 5 from the free throw line to go along with 7 rebounds.
He set the tone early on. Xavier's aggressive play. Using a lot more body than he's had to use in the early going. When you play teams like Cincinnati, Dayton, St. Joe's, Richmond, you have to use your body. And it's a good sign when you got Anthony Myles 5 for 5 from the charity stripe.
Maliva goes to the line. His 10th point. 8 rebounds.
Maliva's going to be a nice player. He's only a freshman. 6'7", 230. Strong around the basket and is relentless going to the boards.
The lead is 9 for Xavier. Full court press. Broken easily again by Xavier.
Xavier's going to be going to the free throw line. Better make sure they take care of the basketball. Get it moving quickly.
Finn had it stripped. Chalmers trying to strip back. Dobbins working on Finn. Brown from 3 is short. Rebound to Finn, knocked away, and it will go to Xavier.
Xavier dodging another bullet in the half-court offense. You have to take care of the basketball. They are very lucky and fortunate their defense is pulling them through. Quick ball movement down court, look up court. You have a 2-on-1. Dolman and Cage wide open. Good ball movement will get a layup and get you out of this building.
Xavier will get their 3rd consecutive win with a very favorable schedule ahead of them. What looked to be a year of doom could turn very shiny very quickly as Lionel Chalmers lays it in for his 20th point of the game.
Yeah, and I'd like to congratulate you on your first road win in the broadcast booth.
The jinx is over.
The Schleprock has left the building.
Xavier will pull out the victory over the Richmond Spiders after shooting 21% in their first meeting. They hexed the Richmond Spiders, who had held their last 4 opponents to under 40% shooting. They shoot 41%, both from the floor and from behind the three-point arc. Thad Matta gets his 3rd in a row. We'll be back to wrap things up from the